Welcome to Michael's Mailbox. It's getting breathier every time.
It is.
Hey everyone, it's Joe and
Michael.
From Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au with a Michael's Mailbox. What is it? Tell me about it.
What we're doing now is just responding between Joe and I, probably both of us, on several comments, or a lot of the comments that are made on our videos that we release during the week. So particularly those that require a longer answer or might be asked a number of times, so we can knock it off over the video rather than actually having to type out a 4-page dissertation. So
Fair enough.
Always good.
What do we got?
What have we got? Well, we'll start off with the first one that I've got open here is the live stream. There's just a couple of comments from the live stream, which we will do again this Friday. And I actually wrote it down to remind myself. So Friday the 6th of August at 2:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, we'll do the live stream again.
Excellent. Excellent. Is this going to be a regular thing?
It's regular at the moment. If people like it, we'll keep doing it. And people seem to be liking it.
Yep.
But certainly we'll, we don't have to do it if people don't want us to.
Yep.
But it's a lot of fun.
Good.
I've got to say.
Any special guests? Any special things we need to mention? Any specials?
Yeah, I was going to say, usually we try and do a special. I mean, it sounds like we've been doing it for years, doesn't it? This will be week 4. We will try and do another viewers special on that one. And next week, which will be the 13th, we actually have some special guests arriving from our distribution centre. They're going to stop by and we're going to try and encourage them to come on camera as well.
Fantastic.
Alrighty.
All right, let's go.
Comments. So what do we got here? So some compliments from Andrew Best and Philip. I'm not going to try and butcher your last name, mate. I'm really sorry. But just saying that they appreciate it, which is really good to hear. Sam Harrington, great video. Can you guys explain GST on bullion payable to Australian government when importing silver and gold? Yeah, we can. There is no GST on bullion when it's imported in Australia, so long as it is a bullion product. So it's a bar, or it can be a coin. It's greater than the required purity, which I think we decided was 99.5%. But I'd have to check the GST law on that to be exactly right. So
sure that is.
Don't quote me on that.
Yep.
And so long as it's not like a proof or a coloured or a collection or those types of things, it should not incur GST. You'll actually find, though, from our experience, that quite often GST, they do attempt to levy GST on it. You can argue the point and point them to the correct areas in the GST legislation, and they will actually let it through without GST because it shouldn't incur GST in the first place. But you've got to, you're relying on your, I don't know what their official title is, but the import duties officer, the shipping agent being aware of the correct GST law to apply there, and it doesn't always get through. So, are you planning, this is from God's Money, are you planning on, another nice video, are you planning to do a gold special? Actually, I haven't planned on what we're doing on Friday, if I'm completely honest. So, yeah, we'll look at gold. I have no problem doing it. That's not to say that we will. It'll be last minute. We'll see what we can do, sort of thing. Why can't you call it B-roll? Joe's responded to this one. It annoys Ruben. That's one of the reasons we can't do it. The other reason is it annoys Ruben.
Whenever possible, we try.
Yes. Okay, next video. So this is the 2021 Queen's Beast Completer coin, amongst other things. Now, I probably need to make a confession on this one. We actually referred to the platinum on this as a Type 2. It's not actually a Type 2. But it's, I guess everything that's being released this year is being considered Type 1, Type 2. It's not. The platinum's stayed the same.
You're talking about the US Mint?
Yeah, the US Mint Platinum Eagle. I think that stayed the same.
Someone said since 97?
Yeah, I think there was, I want to say there was an update in 2008, 2010, somewhere around there. But I might be corrected on that. I'm not good on my US Eagles at the best of times, and particularly the Platinum with their history on them. So there's a lot of fun and games. If you get into the US Mint stuff, the Eagles, there's a lot of fun and games with the different mints, the Philadelphia Mint, the San Fran Mint, and all that sort of stuff through the history. So it is fascinating and well worth a look at. My kitten is a black belt. It looks like you've sold out of them. Yeah, this will be referencing the completers. We did sell out really quickly. I think the silver lasted all of about 40 minutes. And I don't think the gold lasted any longer. We are getting more in. We've put our hand up for another order arriving in September. Please don't call in and try and pre-book them because we can't at this stage until we lock in exact numbers and prices. But when we can, we will take some pre-orders in the future prior to them arriving. Stunning. Yep, I agree. It's a stunning coin. Roy Legdon. Even though I already have a few myself, I love the Bullion Now unboxing. Thank you for that. Alan Tan, just curious, how many times has Michael accidentally cut himself with the penknife? Once. Once I did it 6 or 8 months ago, and you'll actually see on the video where I try not to wince. I think I do wince, but I cover it with my thumb really quickly and stick it in my pocket, and it bled madly in my pocket as I completed the video.
And now I'm going to try and find the link and put it above.
Yeah,
so.
good on you.
Yeah.
But that's the only time. The response there from May the Schwartz be with you, I was quite impressed. I didn't know I'd mentioned that I'd ever done sheep shearing, but I have. I know there's great concern amongst the community about the way I handle a blade. I will try and make the effort to not point it at myself quite so frequently. I'm a little laissez-faire with it. CM, I have no problem with the B-roll. It enables a much clearer look. Yeah, we think it does as well, which is why we do it. So, bought the silver version of this coin. So this is this is from Blake, referring to the kilo completer in silver. It's a stunning coin. We actually have some arriving, a very limited number of them arriving.
Excellent.
But they are very limited,
Good.
And we'll let you know as soon as they do arrive, and they are a really beautiful coin. From Rick Chen, gee, I'm stuttering this morning. Phenomenal coins, yep. Skimming through, I prefer. Yeah, okay, I'm not going there. Beautiful coins, yep, they are. So it just seems to be that. Comment here. Oh no, I thought it was referring. This is from Calypso Moon. He's already bought 10, he or she, which is great. I thought he was referencing the 10 ounce. We haven't had confirmation of the 10 ounce yet, so we're not the 10 ounce completer. Sorry, silver completer.
Yep.
So not sure if we're getting them in yet or not. Another comment about my knife use. I'm not going to read that one out. Of course, they're all gone. Yes, they went really quickly. Yeah, they all seem pretty well received. That one.
Next video?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've pretty much got to the bottom, so I'll move on to the next one.
Let's do the fakes one. Can we do that
You're
one?
skipping ahead.
Oh, okay. There was just one. I remember there was one comment I wanted you to have a quick look at. I forgot which one it was, but somewhere in the fakes video, I think.
I think fakes video is next but one, so just let me skim through this quickly. So this is the lockdown is over again.
Oh, okay.
Just a few comments of support for lockdown being down. So thank you very much for that. We really appreciate people's support over that. And again, and I know we've said this a couple of times now, but we're very keenly watching and sympathising the guys up north, both in New South Wales and in Queensland. We have been there. We've done that. We've got the T-shirt. We came out the other side. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a fair slog when you're going through it. So
and then you go back in the tunnel again a couple of times. And then back.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah.
So fake versus real. Again, this has been quite well received. It's not the first time we've done a fake versus real. This is a bit of an update on. We've actually done 2 prior on the fakes versus real. We always get a little bit of pushback on you shouldn't be showing people because now they know how to copy it better. I'm sure they can work that out for themselves. I think it's more important to educate people as to how to spot the obvious fake or the fakes within it. I love the comment, and I don't know if I'll be able to find it quickly. Joe brought it up before, where they pointed out the fact that with the Kookaburra there was no date on the back. Neither Joe nor I, nor Ruben, had picked out the fact that there was no date on the back.
Whoops.
So it's amazing that you start looking for the fine detail on it and you miss the glaringly obvious. So thanks for putting that out as well. Yeah, it doesn't include that 2015 comment on the obverse.
Which is the Queen's side.
Correct, because she's observing you.
Yeah.
JNRD&T. There are heaps of silver Perth Mint coin fakes all over, and I'm not going to comment on which one. They do nothing to kick these sellers out. This is the comment I wanted to focus on, actually, because I did read this one before. It is excuse me, it is a federal offence to counterfeit currency, which Perth Mint coins are. That's 100% correct, and it is fact. It's not only illegal for you to counterfeit them, and these are counterfeits of Australian currency. It's actually illegal for you to hold them, and we refer them back to the Victoria Police and the Australian Federal Police. So yeah, you just need to be aware of that. Don't get caught carrying them, because it's actually illegal to carry them as well in this country. So be aware of that. I'd suggest, if you have a known fake, to either make it very clear that it's a fake by etching it into it or something along those sort of lines, or getting rid of it, destroying it, not getting rid of it by reselling it to someone else. I love the progressive gold bud. This is why I buy all my bullion from reputable dealers on Alibaba, and it's where I bought my Rolex President from too.
for $100.
No comment. So yeah, there's a few comments of this is why I refer to, this is why I buy off reputable dealers or reputable dealers, however you want to pronounce it. Absolutely, I can't encourage that enough. So deal with those, and even if you want to do an off-market deal with a private person, see if you can incorporate the bullion dealer in it somehow. Now, we quite often make our equipment available to people for private purchases. We certainly make our premises available. Yeah, okay, we're not making money out of it, so if we're busy, we move to the back of the queue, because at the end of the day, we are a business that's trying to earn money. But sure, if it's a quiet period of time, you want to organise to meet in there, use our expertise, you are more than welcome to do that. Reading through predictions, yeah. Few people guessed them right, which is really good to see. It means that the education's flowing through from various sources, so that's great. A lot of positive feedback for Matt. He does a really great job on camera, and Matt's depth of knowledge and his recall, it spins me out every time. He's fantastic. The finishing on those proofed coins was really poor. This is from Chinsu. You're correct, it was really poor, but a lot of what people don't realise, particularly collectors don't realise, is that even proof coins get taken out of their casings and handled, and quite often can have that poor appearance on them when they're presented back here, or presented for sale. It's not uncommon for you to see that. So don't purely rely on the fact that the finishing doesn't look right, or that it's got scuff marks on it, that type of thing, because quite often even the higher quality ones get handled and that sort of thing. A few people saying they get every coin tested. I totally agree. And there are many ways to test. And it's always good to get secondary confirmations as you go through. Sad that Perth Mint no longer allows cash purchases. I actually don't know about that. Always seems astounding that someone out there spending time and money attempting to create fakes. It can't be a simple process. It must pay off in the long run. Look, it's funny actually, and I think we made the comment on the video, you don't usually see it out of your run-of-the-mills, the cheaper silver stuff, because it's just not worth their time and effort. You do see it a lot in the gold, and some of the more select silver coins, you will see it. Just trying to wake my week there. Zeta Henderson, the best way that works for me is walking into a licensed bullion dealer sometimes, this one buying physical, paying cash, walking out with the goods. No other dealer for me, no other form for me, I should say, not dealer. I don't want to risk, don't want to take the risk, plus this way I get peace of mind. I think that people don't, I think sometimes people are so busy trying to save a small amount of money that they do load themselves up with that stress moving on to the future. And I have to say, speaking personally, to a degree, and don't run too far with this, almost no matter what I pay, if I pay an extra $10, $20, $30, whatever it is, usually in 5 years' time, I don't remember the price I paid quite so much, or that I paid a little bit more for it, or that sort of thing. But I do remember if it's a fake, or if I'm suspicious that it's a fake, or it's not quite the quality I expected, or I didn't get the service I expected. So I think it's worth paying that little bit extra. Yeah, I'm biased. I'm a bullion dealer. Yeah, okay, let's get that out in the open. I'm a little bit biased there, but honestly, I think for saving the couple of percent that you save, even on larger purchases, it's worth it in the long run just for the peace of mind, because you forget about price moving forward. Skimming through, nice video. Yep. Would the XRF detect tungsten inside a gold fake bar? This is from P Pan. Yes, it would. No, it wouldn't. It depends. It depends on the thickness of the gold. There's a lot of conversation about would an XRF pick up tungsten. The older XRFs do not. The newer XRFs get confused by it because it is a similar density. So tungsten can cause confusion. We don't tend to see tungsten. It was all the rage a number of years ago. We haven't seen them for a long time. The bigger one that concerns me more, actually, believe it or not, is a platinum cord gold bar. I think that would cause more of a problem than tungsten. So that's the one, and it's why we can use other forms to test it if we're slightly suspicious. No one is going to. No, I won't say that because there's always someone that's going to say, "Oh yeah, but back in 1963, this was proven." Yeah, it could have been. But these days, use a very modern XRF. Make sure you're not using an old one. And obviously, if it's got a thickness to it, that's where you start looking at other things. So if somebody brought in a kilo gold bar and it was causing slight confusion on an XRF, it was slightly thicker than normal. There's a lot of other signs that you can go through for density and that type of thing. Absolutely, we would use other ways to look at it, and there are definitely other ways to start looking into things if you're slightly suspicious on it. Richie Rich, can our Sigma detect all these fakes? Sigma is a really good cheap system. It will not detect all fakes, but gee, it goes close. It's really good, the Sigma system. I'll give it full marks for that. We've actually run comparisons with the Sigma and compared to run the Sigma next to the XRF with a couple of our customers, and it's pretty rare that the that the Sigma won't pick up the fakes. I've got to say, I'm really impressed for their price. The slabbing, there was a few comments on the slabbing there. Another one from Gerald Perkins, XRF machines are not foolproof. Absolutely, you're correct. Ultrasound electric conductivity should also be used to test bullion. I agree. Both of those systems are also not foolproof. It relies on... the end of the day, it's a little bit like art in some forms. It relies on the skill of the operator and the skill of the person checking them. It can be, let's go back to that kookaburra. You could produce a perfect kookaburra out of silver that can be a fake. The XRF's not going to pick it. Your average mud punter's not going to pick it because it's still pure, but it's still a fake, even though it's 100% silver. So there are other things that you need to use at all times. You never rely on just the one thing. Crocs are matte finished, if I'm not mistaken. You are not mistaken on that one. Roll Hatton, I can see the krugerrand's fake just by the colour. Yeah, you can in this case. Don't always go by colour because you'll find, particularly with the krugerrands, because some of the older ones had copper in them, krugerrands have been made from different... They always have 1 ounce of gold in the ounce krugerrand, a full krug, but sometimes they've used different other materials with them as well, which can cause different colouring. Matthew Gunn, why do you think these fakes are made? They're made for a couple of different reasons, and it's not always an insidious reason. It's not always somebody out to cause problems. They can be, and I think we mentioned the 1930 penny in the fakes video. It can be because someone just wants to look like they've completed their set of pennies by producing the 1930 penny because they can't afford the 25, 30, 250 grand if they're going to go for a really good quality one. So they get a really nice quality fake. Sometimes it is because people are being devious, but sometimes it's not. So just be aware of that. Lingard, this is the kind of honesty you would expect, down to earth, showing the fake versus real items. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. It's good to see that. Andrew Wild, no, they're possibly... here we go. There's always one. They're quite possibly the worst because they don't know how to use any of density test, magnetic susceptibility test, ultrasound test. I'm not sure why you would say we don't know how to use them, because we do. We were demonstrating the XRF in this example. Absolutely, they're good tests. Again, they can be fooled as well. There is nothing that beats a good operator at the end of the day. Gold-plated tungsten bars would pass these guys. Well, they never have yet, so let's assume that. Because they're okay with XRF only if the size is right. Okay, well, you're so far off the planet, it's not even funny. I'm not even sure why we've left that one on there, other than to show, that people grab... The problem with doing these videos, and it's sometimes the problem with putting yourself out there, is people will take one thing off there and they'll run hard with it, completely the wrong direction. And Andrew, that's exactly what you've done in this case. Yeah, we test them for a multitude of other things, unless we can tell they're obviously fakes. XRFs are one of our secondary items. The first one is a visual check. We do then use XRFs. We then look at the expertise of the operator and say, okay, is there a reason this would be triggered? And then we will take it further down the track. You're more than welcome to bring in a tungsten fake if you like. I've got no problem with that at all. We have seen them in the past. I haven't seen one for a long time. Like I said, there are better fakes getting around. People refer back to the tungsten all the time. If you're really going to go old school, you can use them. But I would suggest, if you really want to fake it, don't use the tungsten. Find something better. But whichever way you want to go on that one, mate, you can take that however you like. Okay, so we did an Epic unboxing. I think that was the next one on the list. Yep, the Epic unboxing. Oh, this is the little coin shop one. Yui U-Stick. Must be some of the greatest B-roll inserted in Australian cinematic history.
Yeah, it is. That's some great B-roll.
Thank you. Yeah. Definitely getting, this is from Silver Delta, definitely getting the Australian Wedge-tail Eagle. It's a great coin. Here we go, a bit of honesty here. I actually prefer the previous year's design. I like this year's design. I'm not in love with it. Some of the previous year's ones are just brilliant. Matt the Legend, he is at that. His recall, like I said, is unbelievable. The concave coin looks rad. This is from Breno C. The concave finish they do, particularly when they do it on both sides on a larger coin, referring back now to the reef coin we did, a 2 kilo silver reef coin. The concave they got on it just really brought that three-dimensional detail out on it. It was just superb. Michael Frost loved the 5-ounce ox. Thank you, and the speed it got there, got it to Far North Queensland. You're welcome. Great video. This is from Pumping the Crypto. He's one of your boys.
Hey.
If I could request a video on what recent releases have become investment coins, say over the past few years, and why they've moved from collectors to investment. Excellent idea. We should do that.
Idea.
We should do that.
We'll get Matt on that one.
Yep. Sorry, Josh Ash. We're taking longer and longer to get the loot out there. Sorry. I think family. This is from Powdered Toast Man Inc. I think a Family Guy series would sell like crazy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Look, I tend to agree with this comment. Richie Rich, for the Queen's Beast 2 ounces, the completer really spoilt the whole collection. The Queen's Beast box has no slot to house the coin. Disappointment on this release of an unexpected coin. I'm actually with you on this one.
Because they made the completer a 2 ounce and not a 1 ounce.
No. They made the whole Queen's Beast series in the silver was a 2 ounce.
Oh, yeah, right.
But they were only doing the Queen's Beast. And I'm reading between the lines here, and I'm not speaking for the Royal Mint here, but as a fellow collector, they did a really popular series and then went, we can squeeze another coin out of this. And they've done a completer on it, and it's...
And it doesn't fit in the box.
It doesn't fit in the box. It's kind of one out of the bag.
Okay.
So I'm with you on that one. It frustrated me a little bit when they announced that one. Thanks for the video. That's from Silver Lava. You're more than welcome. Are you guys going to see other live stream? Hi guys. Are we going to see the other live stream? We are doing a live stream on Friday. Stand by. I don't know if it worked being in the other room. We couldn't be in the shop because of the end of lockdown for us. It seemed to work for me. I've got no negative pushback, but if anyone wants to make comments, I'm trying to convince Joe to do a live stream on the street.
Yeah, in the dead of winter. Let's do that.
But sure. He's not forthcoming on that one yet, so We need lots of feedback of, get it out on the
No,
street.
you supply the thermal underwear. And I'm there. Just
Mate, if you're out there in your thermal underwear, just in thermal underwear, I'll provide it.
Oh, no.
So, Speckled Jim, I'm not sure where we're going with this one, so let me read it. Certificates of authenticity, what are they supposed to do? Tell you that this can't possibly be a counterfeit because it's got a certificate that says it's genuine. Does it add value? Whatever that may be. I mean, if someone has gone to the trouble of printing off some genuine sounding text, the piece can't be fake. Yeah, look, this is actually an argument around the office that goes on semi-frequently. Certificates of authenticity do not mean it is authentic, okay? Everyone's got these days a really good scanner in their office or in their house or available to them, and sure, they can dodgy one up and make them look Mickey Mouse, U-Butte, humdinger. Again, it's another.
It adds friction.
It does. It's another key in the authenticity debate. The same as my comments on the XRF. There is no way I would rely on an XRF as my sole determinant. I wouldn't rely on a certificate of authenticity either. And it actually leads to something that Joe's, being Mr. Crypto, Joe's pushing us into, which is looking at... Are we allowed to talk about this yet?
Let's leave it at that. Let's whet their appetite.
Okay, we're looking at things through...
I think crypto people watching this now will understand where we're going. But let's leave it at that for the moment.
So we're looking at some of those types of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, the certificate itself doesn't give it authenticity in itself, but it certainly adds to the completion of it. Does it add value? It doesn't add value right up to the point where it's not there. Because I can tell you, if somebody sells us PAMPs, are the classic example. So a PAMP kilo bar comes in with its certificate of authenticity. It is far easier to sell, and it will sell at a higher price than one without. Even though everyone knows that it makes absolutely no difference. Everyone wants the one that's got the C of A on it. Or C of A with it.
Yep.
And it does that with coins, it does it with all sorts of other bars and those sorts of things. It's not authentic, it's not valuable right up to the point where it's not there. It's the same as moving into art or into classic cars. They're not worth more as a matching number until you put it right next to, and I'm talking to the car guys out there, a non-matching number one, and I'll guarantee you the matching number one fetches more every time.
It's the COAs are not about the person buying it. It's about the person they think they may sell it to in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've probably dwelt on that enough.
Next video.
So
how you going for time?
We're probably going way over.
All right, probably.
So let's just skim through the next couple because my live stream unhinged. Nice haircut, thank you. A little bit longer, actually.
Are there any questions that anyone posted on there that we didn't get to during the live stream itself?
No, but there was a couple of emails that came in.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back through those, but we'll probably do that in the live stream itself.
All right.
The Quokka video. I'll skim through this fairly quickly. One of the comments I wanted to make, because it's gone back and forth on through the whole thread, was the comment on the lizard in the corner. I hadn't realised the lizard was going to be such a central piece, or I would have done more investigation on it. And I'm amazed at the number of people that can tell exactly what type, age, sex,
blue tongue, yeah,
from a video of a coin. It amazed me what people were coming up with. And we did actually look it up in the end. I think it was a blue tongue.
Apparently, yeah.
In the end. But I'm amazed at the detail people can get to. It was fantastic. I loved it. So
do we still have any?
Oh no, it's a bobtail lizard, which is another name for a blue tongue.
So it's a blue tongue, is what you're saying. The Quokkas, we did a staged release.
We did.
I haven't checked the website today. Do we still have them?
We still have a few left. The stage release, unless I get feedback, negative feedback from people, at this stage it's been a popular thing. It's allowed people to buy it during the day when they first see the video, and then people at night to come home from work and go, I've got to get on and get that, because we listed another 1,000 that night, and then people that watched it overnight and couldn't get enough overnight, there was another 1,000 released the next morning. So people, it seemed to be well received that we could do that. So where we can, we'll keep doing that sort of thing. And I think I released another chunk that hadn't I kept a few in reserve to see if the shop needed them or if Sam needed them for the video, and correction for the phone and the emails. But I released a few more this morning, so there's still a few hundred out there.
Excellent.
On the website, which has been good.
Excellent.
And that, I think, unless I missed something and you want to...
Have we missed...
Oh, there's a hole in my glove. There was a hole in the glove. It was a brand new glove. I put it on and went, ah! But I was already on camera by that point, so I didn't know what to do. So I tried to cover it up, but somebody picked up on it.
Any comments on the little coin shop unboxing we released on Monday, the Simpsons family one? Did we already do that one?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Did we? Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't. It's just come up.
Aha.
I did the other one that we talked about. Okay.
Right.
Is there
So this is
something
the
on
one we released on Monday with the Simpsons family coin and the Great Sutton Land coin and whatnot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anything interesting?
Jared Diamond, my good work on appreciating that. Look, I can't... When we first employed Matt, here we go, I had no idea what we were going to do with him. I just knew that I didn't want to let him go.
Yep.
Because he was so good.
When you see talent, you want to pull it out of the pool.
Yeah.
And keep it for yourself.
And Matt is great talent. I can't speak highly enough of any of the guys. Guys beating generally, don't take it that I'm only referring to males with that. Any of the people that work at Bullion Now, I can't speak highly enough of, and it just goes to show that I'm working on my belief of employ people that are far more intelligent than you are, because that's exactly what I've done. They are great.
Don't sell yourself short.
Zadicus was great coming in with my girlfriend yesterday to buy my first gold and silver. Excellent.
Oh, cool.
Double-headed queen coin is really cool. I want to play heads or tails for it. No. I'm outside of Aussie, would love that Simpson family coin, but shipping is a killer. Yeah, can be. Particularly if you're only buying one coin. One of the reasons, and I'm giving a shameless plug here, one of the reasons why we do the free storage for 3 months, it allows you to build up half a dozen coins. I'm going to get shot by LCS for this, but I actually don't, or probably actually from BN, I don't mind at the moment if you stack a couple of the LCS ones behind as well and incorporate them with BN. I can see by Joe's expression that I'm already in trouble for that. But
your ears are burning right now.
Yeah, don't show my wife this one.
Yeah.
The Simpson coin. Here we go. Beautiful coin, guys, all from the Perth Mint. I was wondering if you guys would do a comparison video of the Royal Australian Mint and Perth Mint. Yeah, absolutely. We'll bring some RAM stuff in. It just seems that the Perth Mint stuff tends to come through our Melbourne office rather than the LCS ones, so that's why they get emphasised. Do bullion dealers sell those touched and open coin and boxes stated as new to someone not usually known?
No.
We use them for display usually, and then either I take them into my personal collection at times, or one of the people buy them that work here, or alternatively we might sell them to someone.
So that's why you touch every single box, because you want to buy it yourself. I'm joking. He doesn't touch every single box. He doesn't open every single box.
We obviously ran out of 1 ounce gold kangas on the web, so I'll make sure they're back up and running. We don't have any Marvel sets, and as far as I'm aware, they're all on the way out. I can't get any more. Matt's always so happy. He certainly is. I'm loving the extra involvement of the little coin shop. This is really common. This is from Francis Imperio. I'm loving the extra involvement of little coin shop. I was more on the bullion side, not really caring about the newbies, but after watching a couple of these, I'm starting to get into them and got me a 1 ounce duff coin. Love the duff.
Cool.
I've said this before so many times. People say, I want the best bang for the buck. I only want bullion. I only want bullion bars. Oh, wow, that looks great. I'm going to get one of those. And they're often running down the numismatic line.
Well, you've got me on the train.
Yeah, so it's very common. I think I've gone on long enough. This must have gone on for ages. So we'll draw it to a close there.
This is the longest one we've done.
Oh, really? Sorry about that.
It feels like it. No, I think I've got to say, people really love the mailbox segment.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I apologise if I've gone too long, and if I haven't, well, great. I'm glad you're still here right at the end.
All right, let's plug the live stream once more, shall we?
Friday, so this Friday, 6th of August at 2:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. We'll have a lot of fun. If you've got any questions, you can either wait for the time and join in the chat for the live stream, and we'll try to get to them, or alternatively send us an email to live, L-I-V-E, at bullionnow.com.au, and we pick them up off there and answer them on camera where we can.
Fantastic. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, that's it from me.
And from me too.
We'll see you soon.
See ya.